In the first video, I give a brief overview of the UI. In this UI, we can start a new scenario either from the scratch or open one of the existing scenarios. Let's start by opening the ticket reservation scenario first, and then I will explain how we can create an arbitrary scenario. After creating a service graph in this UI, we need to provision that service. Provisioning means that for every node in the service graph, we need to create a web service in the background. For example, in this service graph, we will have 14 different web services, RESTful web services, running after finishing the provisioning step. Now let's briefly discuss what's the main functionality of this SOA application. The ticket reservation case study is composed of 5 different categories of services, C1 to C5. Each of these categories has a number of services that are equivalent, and they provide the same functionality. But those services may be provided by different service providers, and they may have different trust values. For example, in category 1, we have 2 different services, TR1 and TR2, that one of them has trust value 0.8, the other one has trust value 0.5. The main functionality of TR1 is to receive the request from client and then call one or more than one of the airline services to complete its functionalities. There are 2 main use cases in the ticket reservation case study. The first use case is searching, and the second one is confirmation. That I will explain by running through the application. Now we have the service provisioned, and we will see that the trust manager is also up and running. Let's start query the application by searching for a ticket. We want a ticket from Seattle here to, for example, Indianapolis, and we can select a date. We can select the first one here. And we will invoke this service. By pressing this button, it means we send a request to TR1, and TR1 will call other services to get these tickets. And after receiving the tickets from all these other services, it compiles them and returns them back to the client. We see here that by updating the trust, we can see that which services have been called. Here, number 1 says a client so far has called TR1 once, and TR1 has called A1, and DL1 and UM1, each of them once. We see that we have received 1 ticket from American Airlines, 2 tickets from Delta Airlines, and 2 from the United. This is the first use case. The second use case is user decides that wants to confirm and buy one of the tickets. Let's say we want to confirm this ticket. After confirming this ticket, we receive that the payment has been confirmed and the ticket reservation is confirmed. By updating the ticket, the trust value, we see that now we have one link between UN1 and BM1 with weight 1, which means this connection has been called once, and this one has changed from 1 to 2, means for the confirmation, client has called TR1, and since the ticket has been for the United Airlines, TR1 has called United Airlines, UN1, and then UN1 has called banking service for the payment. And these are the 2 basic use cases that we have in the ticket reservation. Now let's look at the other features that are available in the UI. We have access to the trust that, for example, each of these nodes or services in this UI, we can easily change their trust value. For example, this one we can change to 0.7. This one we can change to 0.49. We also have the options for selecting the trust strategies. There are 3 different trust strategies, and that are explained in the details in chapter 3 of the thesis. For example, let's say we want to select averaging strategy. We also can select one of the two main composite trust algorithm. One of them is coarse grain, another one is graph reduction. Let's say we want to select the graph reduction here. And there are a number of other features that we will explain in another video, which is going to be discussing the details of the trust. In the Zacmel tab, we can upload the policy, select a policy from a list of available policies, upload that to the server, and we can publish that, enable that, disable that. And the whole functionalities are available here. For example, if we look at trust, the policy engine, we see that there is no policy already available here. Now let's upload the policy. For example, we upload the policy for the price, and we see that this policy has been uploaded, but it's not available in the PDP, or it's not enabled. If we look at web application for the WSO2 identity server, we see that this policy has been already uploaded successfully. The next step is that we can see show the policies, that the details of the policy, how it works, and we can publish it to the PDP, that it shows this converts to Y. We can enable that in the PDP. We see that it's enabled. Again, if we check the interface, we see that this policy has been uploaded to the PDP, and it's already enabled. The other functionalities are that for here, whenever we want to evaluate the policies at the policy engine, we need to have the values for the trust. These trust values could be either a service trust, session trust, or composite trust. For example, let's say we select a service trust here, and we enable that on the trust manager. Also, we can have one of the two main modes for the policy monitoring and policy enforcement. We can either enable policy monitoring or policy enforcement. Let's say we want to enable policy enforcement here. Also, we have an ASSC tab, which is for the adaptive and secure service composition engine. In this tab, we can specify the total cost and total delay for the services. We can set the quality of service parameters for different services. And then we can call that ASSC from the Trust Manager service, and reconfigure the whole service based on the latest and optimal service composition. We will explain the details and give a demo on this one in another video. Also, we provide two different attacks. We can attack any of the services. For example, we want to attack AA1 by a denial of service attack. We can enable this attack here. And by enabling the DDoS attack, basically the execution time of this service will be very slow, and this attack will be used later by the ASSC to select the optimal service composition. For example, if we attack this one and apply the ASSC, then this service should be excluded, and another service should replace this service. Now let's see how we can create a new scenario from the scratch. Let's close this scenario first. And then we can start create a scenario. By creating a scenario, we can easily create multiple nodes by mouse. For example, we want to first create a client here. By changing the label to client, we can create a client, and we can have a service 1, S1 in category 1. We can change the trust value here to 0.85. We can have another service in the same category. Let's change the class of service to C1, and change the trust value 2.45. And let's continue by creating 3 more services, 2 of them in category 2. And we can change the trust values of this one to 36 and this one to 75, and the last service can be in category 3, and the trust value can be the 0.5 here. Now we connect the client to one of the service ones, and then connect this one to one of the services in service 2, and we connect this one to the service in the category 3. As you can see, now we have one scenario here, and similar to the previous scenario, we can start provisioning this scenario, and we will see the logs here that again we will be able to have 5 different web services running in the background for 5 different nodes, service nodes that we have here. And let's wait until this provisioning finishes, and then we will test how we can invoke the service and what will be the output here. Okay, now we have this service up and running. If we call this service 1 here by invoking service orchestration, we will see that it shows that service 1 is accessed, service 3 is accessed, and service 5 is accessed. By updating the trust, we can see that each of these nodes have been called once. And as you can see, we can again select the trust algorithm, trust strategies here, and we can see the session report. The session report shows that whether any data leakage has happened, any policy violation has happened, and it shows the composite trust for the session and the total so far. We will explain more details about each of these categories in the future videos. But another feature of this UI is that we can save this scenario. For example, we can save it as simple scenario 2, and later on we can load the same scenario without requiring to start from the scratch.